Someone should please tell me, what is the benefit of ECOWAS to African countries? What is the benefit of ECOWAS to the African continent? Because I really don't understand why an African country will be complaining about a particular country that is not in Africa, and ECOWAS are not doing anything about it. Rather, they are placing 6 months ultimatum for them to return back to ECOWAS. Whereas the ECOWAS chairman few days ago went to see the particular oppressor that they were complaining about, that the brother is complaining about. He went to see him in France. Your brothers are complaining that these people are doing us bad. But you, as the chairman of ECOWAS, you've not called them in to sit with them, to even sanction the people that are complaining about, to even see what you can even do. But you, as the chairman of ECOWAS, are supposed to be serving the interest of your African brothers and country. You went to see their oppressor. You went to see them and celebrate with them. Then you come back from the trip, and then you're telling them to come back to ECOWAS, and you're giving them 6 months ultimatum. Who does that? Like, no, who does that? I really don't understand what is going on in Africa. What is the benefit of ECOWAS to African countries? So the current government of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are currently leading a transformational leadership that is causing, and making their country great. These people are working. They are working to make their country great and to affect Africa generally. And the three of them they've left ECOWAS. They have left ECOWAS and now they form AES. Three of them are now working together, as how this is how it should be. I promise you, in the next few years, you will not recognize Mali, you will not recognize Burkina Faso, you will not recognize Niger. They are now doing those things that this West made us to understand that Africa cannot do. They said Africa is poor. But what Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are currently doing, they are trying to let them know that you guys said we are poor. But no, we are not poor. We are going to do it. At a point, the US came to Burkina Faso and told him that they wanted to build some schools. He told them, no, we don't need their schools. We don't need your schools. We have the capacity, we have the wealth. Because it is through our wealth that you are building your own economy. Your dollar is backed by nothing. It's backed by nothing. We have all the resources, all the gold, we have everything that we can use to back our own currency. This is amazing. So now talking about ECOWAS that is giving 6 months to these 3 countries to come back to ECOWAS. See, your brothers are crying. They are suffering. Any leaders that come out from those Sahel countries to do well, they eliminate them. But you are not addressing it. It is not even a concern to you. But what you did was to go and feast, was to go and have dinner celebration with the person that is tormenting them, with the people that are tormenting them, and now you're coming back to tell them to come back to, to come back to ECOWAS. What is ECOWAS? What in ECOWAS they do for African countries? What is the benefit of being in ECOWAS? Let's watch this video from TRT Africa that analyzed everything in details. I'll be back.
West Africa's ECOWAS has given Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger a 6-month grace period to reconsider their exits from the regional bloc. ECOWAS officials said on Sunday, December 15th, that the 6 months, which they term a period of transition, will give room for the regional bloc to bring the 3 member countries back to ECOWAS without prejudice. The grace period will end on July 29, 2025. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger submitted their separate notices of exit from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, on January 29, 2024. Though the 3 countries said their departure was immediate, ECOWAS's laws state that exiting countries must issue a 1-year notice before they can officially leave. And the notices of the 3 Sahel neighbors expire in late January 2025, allowing Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger to officially leave the regional bloc, which initially comprised 15 West African countries. ECOWAS says during the 6-month grace period, it will try to persuade the 3 breakaway nations to rescind their exit decisions. The regional bloc's resolution was reached during a heads of state meeting in Nigeria's capital Abuja on Sunday. After Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger announced their decision to quit the group, ECOWAS appointed Senegal's President Bassirou Diomaye Faye as its mediator to lead talks with the 3 Sahel neighbors. Togo's president, Faure Sigme, was also chosen to take part in the talks on behalf of ECOWAS. The two heads of state will continue with mediation after ECOWAS renewed their mandate on Sunday. So far, ECOWAS has not succeeded in its goal to persuade the trio to reconsider their decision. But President Faure says there is progress. The three nations have instead formed their own confederation, the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, sought new defense and economic partnerships, and are also considering abandoning the West African Currency Union. On Sunday, ECOWAS Commissioner's President Omar Touré told the Regional Bloc Summit in Abuja, while the impending exit of Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger from ECOWAS is disheartening, we commend the ongoing mediation efforts. None of the three Sahel countries' representatives attended the Abuja meeting. However, they had earlier on Friday, December 13th, held a separate ministerial level meeting in Niger's capital, Niamey, where they emphasized that their exit from ECOWAS was irreversible. The Sahel nations also jointly declared that their territories would remain visa-free for all ECOWAS citizens even after leaving the regional bloc. Analysts say ECOWAS may be concerned that the trio's departure threatens the regional bloc's freedom of movement and its common market of approximately 400 million people. The exits of Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger would take from ECOWAS a combined population of about 72 million people. In January, the three nations announced they were leaving ECOWAS for allegedly collaborating with the former colonial ruler France, and also not doing enough to help them fight insurgency. ECOWAS had also imposed travel and trade sanctions on the three breakaway nations before lifting them.
Okay, so for me, I don't think the Sahel nations are going to come back. You understand? I don't think the Sahel nations are going to come back. And even if they have it in mind to come back, I'm telling them, please don't come back. Because what are they coming back for? We currently have a lot going on in Congo and Sudan. The ECOWAS are not doing anything about it. They are currently supposed to be negotiating, possibly to cease fire and all of this. Negotiating ways to go about it. Nothing is being done. African countries are currently going through perpetration of poverty and all of these things. Nothing is done by ECOWAS, to alleviate these things. No. These ones where one leave them now to focus on their country and build it. They want them to come back. France is currently facing the heat. France is facing the heat. What they were milking from these three countries, my brother. They are currently facing the heat. They are seeing the loss. So they want to use ECOWAS now to bring them back. For me, I would just say everybody, is it everybody? You see ECOWAS. ECOWAS is just a tool for the puppets we have in Nigeria. Or if I say Nigeria, in Africa. It's just a tool. These are, puppetry. I don't know if there's a word like that. Not my word. So I'll use it the way I want. Puppetry. Puppetry. And it is sad. These countries say they want to fix their nation. They are not doing a bad thing. Their citizens are not complaining. Nobody has come out from Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso to complain that they are going through hardship. Their government are not doing what they ought to do. So what is all this fuse about? What is going on? Can't we leave these people to go and fix their country? 18 coup attempt on Burkina Faso's leader. Over 18. Is that not to tell you that these people So please, I don't know what to think about this in the comment section. Let's discuss. Let's discuss, because Africa must be great, and whichever country wants to come out to lead that movement for great Africa, we support them and we back them up, because Africa as a continent is rich. We are rich enough to fend for ourselves, to export outside. You see, oh my God, we have everything we need. But the only thing that we don't have are leaders that are patriotic, leaders that have it in mind to make their countries great. In other words, making the whole Africa great. Imagine these three countries now. Other ones are doing the same thing. What do you think Africa is going to turn to? Before I can go to South Africa, I need visa. Before I can go to my neighboring country, I need visa as an African. Why? For what reason? This is a shame. As blessed as Africa is, we are regarded as a third world country. Bullshit. Bullshit. It must stop. And whoever leader wants to start it, wants to start this movement, we are supporting you, sir. We are supporting you, ma. I will leave you with one of our brother's video. He spoke a lot about this particular thing, and then let's listen to him. And please drop your opinions in the comment section. I really want to hear from you.
This thing is like so annoying. I can't even understand. I have tried to process it in my brain, but I can't process it. I've tried to like come up with a kind of maybe a political term so that I can explain what is going on, but I don't understand. Wait, somebody should just let me understand something, right? Can someone tell me that ECOWAS members are not seeing the evidence of what France has done to Sahel nations? Can someone just explain it to me? If the ECOWAS members or the ECOWAS bloc themselves are not seeing the evidences that's everywhere, the whole evidence that's everywhere, I don't know if I got the English right, that's everywhere, what France has done to Burkina Faso, Niger and Mali, and they kept doing. The chairman of ECOWAS went to France, celebrated with France president, you return and had a meeting, gave the Sahel countries 6 months ultimatum to return to your organization. And you went and celebrated with their enemy. Like, wait, ECOWAS, why haven't you sanctioned France? Why haven't you come up with like a kind of sanction to give for what France has done to Sahel countries, Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger? Because the evidence are everywhere. Are you people telling me that you are not seeing the evidence? Are you people telling me that you are not seeing like what they have done to these Sahel countries? Or can somebody explain, is this whole thing a game? Is this life a game? Because I can't understand. I can't even explain it myself. You are giving Sahel countries 6 months ultimatum to return back to ECOWAS. The chairman of ECOWAS went to France, celebrated with the enemy of Sahel regions, Sahel countries. You celebrated with them. You came back, gave the Sahel countries 6 months to return to your organization, to start dining with you. Because of what? Even if I was the Sahel countries, never, I swear, never will I return to ECOWAS. Never, I don't even have anything to do with them. Whatever it will cost. Because I can't understand it. You have not come up with to sanction these people. You have not come up to sanction France. At least tell them, hey, this is what you guys have done to Sahel, and I condemn it. You have not even come out and make a speech. I condemn what France has done to a Sahel region. You have not even come up with something like this. You haven't even, like, okay, say that France should not be buying raw materials from Africa. Just that thing alone can send the right message to Niger, say that you care about them as your brothers. What have you done to care about Sahel countries, that they are your brothers? I see why African countries, they don't like to come together. I've seen it. The countries in Africa, I've seen why they don't want to come together, because the whole thing, the more you look at it, the more it confuses you. You can't even understand. The whole thing is just so confusing and annoying. You can't sanction France. So France has the right to do everything they did to Sahel countries. They have the right to do everything they did there. Is the whole thing a joke? Or I don't understand geopolitics. Can somebody explain it to me? Because maybe I'm in the wrong face of the world. Because I don't understand anything. You haven't come up with sanctions. You haven't come up with, okay, let's sanction France because of what they did. They should not be buying raw materials from Africa. You have the power to do it. AU and ECOWAS, you have the power to do this thing I'm saying. Just give France sanction. You don't have to buy anything from Africa again, which cannot trade with you, so that people can see that you are serious. But rather, the chairman of ECOWAS went to France and was laughing with them, laughing with the enemies of Sahel. I think this guy, this bloc, I think this ECOWAS, should we come out of the streets and tell them how, like, oh God, how, and this is confirmed wickedness, this is confirmed, like, hatred. No one can, let me explain this to me. Somebody should explain this to me. You are giving them 6 months to come back without punishing their enemy. You have done nothing, like, you are loving an outsider instead of your brother. You have, like, oh, I can't, hi, goodness. Burkina, Niger Republic, Burkina Faso, and Mali. Never, like, they should never, even, they should never have anything to do with the ECOWAS as a bloc. They can associate with the countries because, you know, at least they can trade, they can associate if they want them to do business with the countries, but anything that has to do with ECOWAS as a bloc, they should not have anything to do with them. Come on. The audacity. The audacity. What is wrong with us in Africa, self?
My name is Basi. This is AfriTape. See you in another video. Peace.